Well, good evening, everybody.
Yes, welcome to the show just with the mostest.
It's Critique Corner with me, Daniel Parker, and my partner.
DB Fastbinder. And this week we're going to have a guest, the lovely Missrena, but for the time being, apparently she has been kind of killing herself on these live streaming schedules. So she's recovering from her last one, so she should be joining us pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be working for her because it's her comic book is funded. So
After 3 or 4 days. Yeah, that's
yeah, 4 days. That's impressive. Very
yes.
yeah. But yeah. So until Serena jumps in, we'll go ahead and talk about our things of the week. DB, do you want to start us off with that?
Sure. Let me go ahead and get screen sharing.
All right, there you go.
So my thing of the week is actually a video game. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. So basically, it's a very silly game, kind of a top-down 2D Legend of Zelda style. It's very simple. It's not designed to really push your brain much or to really be a challenge. It's more designed to just kind of have some fun with as you experience the weird gags and story. And you slowly discovered that, it's a happy little world where there are turnips and there are giant snails around, and you got to go from place to place because you didn't pay your taxes, so the mayor is making you do his bidding. And it turns out to be a much more dark universe than you'd anticipate. I haven't quite finished it yet because I don't have a lot of time for gaming. I would call it a bite-sized game because you could probably finish it in about 5 hours tops. But my one complaint about it is, so I've been playing it on my Xbox Series X using Game Pass. It is, if I have one critique, its save system seems to be a bit bugged. I had to redo a couple of dungeons a couple of times. Which I don't know if I was turning it off at a wrong time or what, but that was. I mean, thankfully, again, it's not a super hard game, so it's not like, I imagine like if Elden Ring didn't save your progress or something, that would be. Yeah. So it's a flaw. It knocks it from like a 5 on the enjoyability scale to a 4. It's got some pretty good puzzles. So, and again, it's just kind of funny. It's like one of the ongoing mechanics is that every time you find an important document, you shred it in half. It's like somebody will like, here's the love letter. Here's the love letter for my beloved. Rip. Here's an important book from history. Rip. And Turnip Boy just has like this vaguely tired look because like he has this little like little dopey face, and then they give him some like nervous lines at times. So it's just a generally fun time. It's on Steam, it's on Switch, it's on everywhere for a pretty reasonable cost for a video game. If you have Game Pass, it's there for free, so, or at least they're included, I should say. So yeah, give it a whirl.
Yeah. Hey, D. Rando, good to see you again.
Hey.
Yeah, that's it sounds like a fun little game to pass the time.
Yep.
All right, so my thing of the week, I finally got around to watching Monty Python's The Life of Brian, which is their third movie that they did after and now for something completely different, and then The Holy Grail. And I kind of avoided this movie for a little while, and because it got a really bad reputation for being blasphemous, and because they, a lot of people were saying, oh, they're mocking Jesus, they're mocking Christianity or whatever. Having watched it, I really didn't get that.
I've thought about that, and the only thing I can think of that would really qualify as that is I didn't realize the one who was singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life" was supposed to be Jesus at first. when I first watched it.
Uh,
That's a pretty nihilistic Jesus there.
yeah, yeah. Serena's here. Hop on soon. Trying to get the. Okay, no problem, Serena. But I it's actually they're actually very respectful to Jesus because Jesus shows up in one scene that they're doing the Sermon on the Mount, and he's saying the things from the Sermon on the Mount word for word, and it's what they're making fun of are the people listening to him, because they're like, of course, they're all the way in the back, and they're like, speak up.
Yeah. Blessed are the cheesemakers. What's so special about cheesemakers? Oh, it's clearly any maker of dairy goods.
Yes. Blessed are the Greeks. Like, no, it's blessed are the meek. Oh, that's really nice. They're having a very hard time.
I can tell you what I watched an interview a while back about this movie, and that I think John Cleese was saying that when they started off, they were planning to mock Jesus, and they actually sat down and read the Gospels and came away going, "Oh, he's actually a cool guy. We shouldn't mock him."
Yeah. Well, and rightfully so. He was not unfunny person. I mean, he had a bit of a sense of humor himself. I mean, hey, Nijito. Well, you might have Python and watched. Yeah, I would definitely recommend the Holy Grail if you haven't watched it yet.
Holy Grail might be hard to watch in 2022 just because I guess if you're in certain nerd circles, you would have heard it endlessly quoted.
That's true. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you haven't, then yeah, I would say it's better than Life of Brian, but I agree with you that Life of Brian is worth a watch.
Yeah. Jesus also had some. Yes, yeah, he did. But if you've never seen the movie before, yeah, it's basically follows a guy named Brian who's played by Graham Chapman, and they had him play Brian because he was the better actor of the group, and but what it's about is he's just a guy, and he keeps getting mixed up with Jesus, and there's a group of people that think he is the Messiah, and he's like, I'm not the Messiah. Only the Messiah would claim that it would deny his divinity. Like, okay, fine, I'm the Messiah. He's the Messiah.
Yeah. Well, Ninja, like you were saying, the subject matter, they actually treat it pretty respectfully.
Yeah. Although there is some nudity.
I think my favorite part that is just funny, the funniest in retrospect, was the Judean People's Front.
They're making fun of like the only people we hate more than the Romans are the People's Front of Judea. Like, we're the People's Front of Judea. What? Oh,
right, because it wasn't like a People's Front of Judea and a Judean People's Front.
Yeah, and then there was like another one, and like, well, yeah, whatever happened to them? Oh, he's over there.
Looks like if IMDb is to be believed, there were a total of 5 movies.
Oh, really? I thought there were 4.
So there was Now for Something Completely Different, Holy Grail, Life of Brian,
Meaning of Life,
Monty Python Live at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, okay.
And The Meaning of Life.
And The Meaning of Life, okay.
Which Live at the Hollywood Bowl is kind of cheating, but I guess if it was put out in theaters, then
it could be considered a movie. Yeah, that was the stage show they did. In that show they had the bit where John Cleese is walking around the audience with he's the vendor, albatross. He's got the seagull on there, albatross, and then he stops and looks at these people and kind of stares at them for a second. He says, "You really shouldn't be smoking that." But this movie was pretty. This movie's funny. I mean, and speaking as a Christian, I found it very funny, and like I said, they were. I thought felt they were pretty respectful to Jesus and to the religion as a whole. Not necessarily to the followers. They're obviously making fun of them, which that's.
The followers are always the worst part of any movement or
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that's yeah. Whether we're talking Buddhism or Comicsgate, it's always this would be a perfect system if it wasn't for the darned followers.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, there's some funny bits in there. It's definitely and I will say one thing that this movie has better than Holy Grail. I thought the ending was better.
Yeah, Holy Grail has a really non-ending that you can
Yeah.
really which fits their style where they hated to have punchlines, but it also is like when it's a movie, it's like it's building up to something. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's
they
because they
get
just didn't have
arrested.
the budget.
Yeah. That movie they literally ran out of money. Yeah, and
Yeah.
uh, apparently Eric, I was watching an interview. Eric Idle's daughter just hates the ending. He said she's because I guess that was his idea, and she just hates it has never forgiven him for it. It's like that's the worst ending ever.
So which has a worse ending, Monty Python or Blazing Saddles?
Trying to remember how did Blazing Saddles end?
So like that was where it also went kind of meta, but they had like this big brawl across a whole bunch of different Hollywood sets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Um, I would say I'd say Holy Grail probably because it ends but yeah, Blazing Saddles had a very like over the top a little too, yeah, which tends to happen with a lot of comedies. They always ratchet up at the end, and it's just like okay, yeah. But
all right, well, it looks like we're gonna have a few more minutes until Missrena comes on.
Okay.
So since we have a few viewers on hand, it's time to play our favorite game show. Which light novel is fake? Or Two Truths and an Issa Lie.
Two Truths and an Issa Lie. Okay.
Yeah. So, rule of the game is I went to Amazon and scoured the light novel section for strange titles. I picked out 2, then I made up one of my own. So, the question is, which one did I make up?
Okay.
So, first one. Banished from the hero's party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside.
Okay.
Banished from the hero's party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside.
Okay.
Number 2, the dragon's soulmate is a mushroom princess. The dragon's soulmate is a mushroom princess.
Okay.
Nobody expected me to save the world, so now I'm a hero for spite. Nobody expected me to save the world, so now I'm a hero for spite. So, people in the comments, you can put in your guesses.
Yeah. This is a tough one actually because they all seem pretty plausible. Okay, Ninja Toad's saying number. Okay, D Rhino says 2. Ninja Toad says 3.
Oh, hey, waistcoats.
Hey, waistcoats. Number 2 is too weird to be fake. Number 2. Okay, so a lot of people were saying 2. I'm gonna buck the trend with everything. I'm gonna say number 1 is fake.
All right, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
So the one I made up was number 3.
Okay.
So let's see here. So Holy Ninja wins the no prize.
Congrats, Ninja Toe.
Yeah, that Dragon Soulmate one, that surprised me. The first volume hasn't hit the US yet. It actually comes out on Tuesday. It's in pre-order right now. So it's strange is all I'll say. It's like I didn't look at it. I might have, I'm you know what? since as long as we're doing it live anyway, let's see what we can find out about that one.
All right.
It was pretty up there in the sales chart, actually, considering it was a series I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
I think it was either on the first or the second page on Amazon. Let's see here. So it looks like it was on page 2. Also, I should really. Here we go. The dragon's soulmate is a mushroom princess. Love at first mushroom. As a result of the divine spirits' protection, Agnes has an unusual and often embarrassing power. Whenever she experiences strong emotions, she makes mushrooms sprout on people. One day, her royal fiancé, who claims to have dragon's blood, breaks off his engagement to Agnes, claiming to have found his true soulmate. Her reputation is tarnished. Agnes vows to return to commoner life when she's unexpectedly summoned to a ball by her ex-fiancé's cousin, a prince who is far from horrified by her mushrooming him. This is fate, I promise you. It's no spur of the moment decision. My morels are not questionable. You and I would make the mushiest couple imaginable. Would you marry me? Agnes has a lot to deal with, her personal flaws, an outright onslaught of mushrooms, and the attentions of a prince with a serious fungal fetish. Can Agnes get through this and face up to her true self, or will it all prove just a little bit too much? I'll be honest, I thought that I made that one up too. Or if I didn't know better, I'd have thought I'd made that one up too.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Man.
Also, shockingly, not an isekai, just a light novel.
Just a light novel. Wow. Yeah. We should write our own isekai.
Yeah, it does seem like you can do a pretty easy one.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Amazon, I know my package arrived. Actually, yes. I'm going to go off camera for a second. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. All right. Number 3 had a decent premise. Yeah. Yeah, it's isekai is a very strange genre of anime. I will say that. It's we actually did a show about that on our old show, Tuesdays with Story. We talked about isekai and just it's one of those genres I think has a lot of potential. I think we came to the conclusion it's a genre that has a lot of potential, but it hasn't really made that potential yet. And we're still waiting to see what that will be. Obviously, Rising the Shield Heroes, like the Citizen Kane of isekai, and then everything else is just kind of eh.
I'm back.
Yep.
I was almost tempted to have you guys watch me take a COVID test, but I figured that you did. But I figured you didn't deserve to be inflicted with that.
No, yeah,
that would be some Andy. Is it Kaufman? Yeah, Andy Kaufman type stuff
Kaufman,
there.
Yeah,
Kaufman. He apparently in his later years he was diagnosed with cancer and had a tumor, and his weird anti-comedy shtick was such that he ended up actually like people would come up and rub the tumor. It's like it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. He was a strange man, but you know who is not strange? Our guest.
Yeah, she might be a little strange.
No, maybe a little. Well, here she is, the creator, writer, and creator of Black Rhapsody, our good friend Missrena. Hey,
I heard what you say, Daddy. I'm not strange. I said,
you kind of have to put up with me. So I mean, that's the only mark against you. You put up with me anyway. So, Black Rhapsody, man, I remember when we were in like the Micah Curtis Discord 2 or 3 years ago, and you were talking about this, and I am. It feels weird to say I'm proud of you, but I am proud of you for pulling this off.
Yeah, I am too.
Yep. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, just in case anybody here isn't aware of you.
Hello, everyone. I'm pretty sure most of you are acquainted with me, but I am Missrena. I'm the creator of Black Rhapsody. I'm an up-and-coming indie comics creator. So Black Rhapsody is my first project and foray into the indie comic scene.
Yep, and you're already funded.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, within a
5
couple of
days.
days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
Now, I said at the time when you got funded, I noticed it about 30 seconds after you posted it. Or I noticed it almost the same amount of time you did, because I was just checking it every couple hours, or maybe like more than once an hour. I have a problem, but when it got funded, it was exactly $5,000, and I said, "Okay, you can close the campaign now. OCD achieved."
I can't. I still got stretch goals.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh God, Chingus.
I'll give you a cracker pass, and that's almost as good.
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks,
All right.
Jato.
So, now here's the thing. I know I've watched a number of your live streams with this, so I'm sure you're tired of some of the regular questions. So we tried to come up with some unusual ones, or at least some different ones. But let's start off with the regulars. So, Black Rhapsody, what's your elevator pitch? How would you quickly sum this up for someone?
Black Rhapsody is a 35-page plus horror cult thriller that about musical magical girls named after mythological goddesses in an uphill fight against a little crappy pop star her evil music empire. It takes the darkness of Madoka Magica and combines it with the ultra violence of Berserk, with a bit of Gem and the Hologram sprinkled in.
Yep. Sorry, I got distracted by this amazing art.
Yeah.
And I know you went through a process. That was that took you a while to find Jan. Where did you find Jan?
I found Jan through ArtStation.
Oh.
Yeah, man, that brings me back.
Yeah.
ArtStation has a lot of good artists.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So when I first heard about it too, and you were talking about it being, with magic and music, I hate to say it, like the first thing that popped in my head was Gem and the Holograms.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Also,
but obviously a lot darker. This story is a lot darker than Gem and the Holograms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and as we get questions, I'm going to record them so that we can give everybody a chance at the end, rather than interrupting her mid-question if it comes up.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see here.
Yeah. So one of the things I did notice when you put the campaign up, there was no trailer. Are you going to have a trailer at some point?
I'm going to have. It's just that I ran out of time when I first launched because I had a bunch of things to do. I kind of lost track of time.
Yeah, no problem. Well, it helps, but I don't really. Obviously, you're funded now, so I don't. It's just a nice little addition, I guess.
A little cream cheese on the bagel.
Yes.
So speaking of all the things you have to do, what do you know today that you wish you knew last month while you're getting the last stuff together for launch?
I wish I had known how to better configure my stretch goals, because I wish I had a bunch of stuff as stretch goals that were way out of my league, especially as a first time creator. So I had to redo them.
Like what, for example?
I originally had a music album piece, but then I realized finding an artist for said music album was expensive and very difficult, because there's not a lot of good, unfortunately, good singers that like sing R&B, the R&B genre on Fiverr.
Mm.
So I had to scrap that. Trying to emulate, don't try to emulate other bigger creators, which is one thing, because I was emulating some of my stretch goals after people like Von Klaus and Mandy Summers, and I realized I'm not on their level yet. So it makes no sense for me to do half the stuff that I'm doing originally. Because I also was thinking about doing like a 10-inch sculpture of Alethea's guitar. That
Oh,
got scrapped when I started like thinking about the logistics and the shipping.
Yeah.
yeah. Shipping is always the hardest part of this whole process.
Especially internationally. Yeah, because you're figuring out different shipping rates for different countries, and it can be a real headache. And I remember like with my own experience, I had like, oh, I'm shipping worldwide, and one stream I was on, the one of the hosts said, yeah, make him regret that. But yeah, so with these stretch goals, Serena, look, obviously I think these are, reasonable goals that I think you'll be able to hit.
Right, very achievable.
Yeah, especially the variant cover and the NSFW pinup print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, looking at this, I'm trying to go past the NSF one as
It's
fast as
censored.
possible for the
It's
sake
censored.
of. You'd be surprised what the algorithms can pick up on. I've had people try to share images on Discord that were technically closed, but it's like, oh, that's close enough.
Yeah, I can't remember
Logged.
who it was. Yeah, and Indiegogo is kind of temperamental about it too. I think Von Klaus had an issue with his campaign not too long ago, and then somebody else that had
Oh yeah.
and somebody else had another issue with the NSFW stuff. But that page right there,
that
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's
what hooked a lot of people. I constantly kept pushing that page in my original promos for Black Rhapsody.
So she's left-handed like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Let's hear. I gotta say, I want all the success in the world for you, but I almost don't want you to hit your color stretch goal because I love this black and white art so much.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the black and white is really fun. That right there. Yeah, back down there. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's striking.
Yeah, that is very berserk-esque right there.
Yeah, frilly berserk.
Yeah.
Not two words you'd usually associate with each other.
Yes.
Let's see. Let me pull up the question list we had. So, now that it's a thing, what as I recall, I think I saw like 120 pages of script. Was it?
What?
All right. I remember that you originally planning to release this as a tankobon before you decided to downsize a little bit, or chop it up a little bit.
Yeah, because costs.
Yeah. How much or how many issues do you think this is going to be in the long run?
I don't know. I'm kind of making it just ongoing. How many issues I can hit? Just do the One Piece method.
When does it end? When I do.
You'll be a grandparent by the time it ends.
Grandma, why are you still making these comics? Hey, these comics paid for your college education.
Yeah. Well, we can probably go over the. Okay, so you sold out of the draw. We'll go over the tiers here.
So sorry, if you wanted to get drawn into the comic, that's already taken care of.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, was that like as a bystander, as a murder victim?
What?
Like for getting drawn in? Like was that anything particular? I know sometimes some of the campaigns will have, you get drawn in as a plainclothes cop, or you get drawn into the background, or you get drawn in as a murder victim.
This is a background character.
Okay. I remember hearing on some live stream that people will pay double to be murdered for some reason.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go in. We'll take a look at the combo pack last. So the first one, the basic one, is the digital PDF of the comic, which is the option for places you don't ship to, because there are countries you don't ship to the physical one, right?
Yeah. Plus, because shipping international is crazy.
Yeah, at the best of times.
Yeah, and I don't feel comfortable like overcharging people for shipping.
Right. So if you're outside of EU, USA, Australia, Canada, and the UK, digital is your option.
Yep.
How easy was it on? Speaking of getting an actual copy of the book, which is what I look for, because I never know what to do with the accessories I get with these crowdfunders.
How easy was to get Kiri?
How easy was it to like restrict the shipping on Indiegogo's end? Because I know that on like doing Amazon books, it's very easy to how to put it. It's hard to make changes if you click the wrong thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very easy because I had to I was trying using a fulfillment service, a distribution service, and he gave me the prices for certain parts of the world, and so I just decided to he only has a limited amount of distribution centers in certain parts of the world, so I decided to just limit it to certain countries, so I don't go crazy with the shipping. Or try to get it to that person if they live in like a country, like, I don't know, like some African country.
Right.
Because that would be hell trying to figure that out.
Speaking of distribution, did you find somebody local or did you contact them online?
I contacted them online. Are you familiar with Critical Blast?
Oh, yep.
He did Angels Awakenings fulfillment. Yeah.
Yep, so we know he does good work because I bought copies for me and some of my bros, and they all seem to arrive.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, your books are in good hands, Serena, with RJ.
Yeah, because I don't want to do the fulfillment myself. I would have freaking.
I mean, your boy Zach is a very special man to be able to fulfill a 2,000 book campaign like Iron Sights by itself.
Yeah.
Oh God, no! At that point, I need help, both physical and mental help.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if I had just sold 400,000 copies worth of Jawbreakers, and I could just make it my day job, that's the only situation where I could possibly self-fulfill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have books. We have the book, and you get a couple of prints plus a poster.
That's not as popular as the feature tier, I realize.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, because only $10 more and you get these prints in the poster. But I guess if anybody who's going to go for the prints in the poster goes, shoot, give me the acrylic stand-up while I'm at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well. It's a pretty good bang for your buck there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I will say, Serena, keeping it simple, especially with your first campaign, is the right way to go. Just that way it's not overwhelming, and you can, and it's a little more cost effective. So you're doing good.
Yep. Now, is there a stretch goal, like if to plan to make it a longer book if it happens to do ridiculously well, or are we just gonna? Is it gonna be the 35-ish pages?
I plan for this gonna be the 35-ish pages of story. I plan to add like bonus content to it, but to adding like another part of the story, no.
Okay. So since it's funded, are you going to extend the campaign another 30 days, or are you just going to go straight in demand?
I'm gonna go straight in the man. I don't see a point in extending for another 30 days while I'm practically funded.
Yeah, and once you do that, then that money's going to go right to your account. So yeah, you get paid. Exactly.
Changus.
God damn it, Chingus. Stop asking that question.
I will record that question just because.
I'm not answering that question.
I'm going to rephrase it. Okay. Daniel, before we dip into a couple of audience questions.
God.
We had a legitimate. Actually, no, I don't know that we had legitimate ones, but they're trolling out of love. So,
yes.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask before we diverted to this for a minute?
I think we got everything covered.
Oh, hey, an actual question. Waistcoats is always reliable like that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, waistcoats.
What was the question? Can you highlight it?
Oh, sure.
Figure out manga budget or manage a budget. Yes.
Manage a budget. Yeah.
I almost screwed up my campaign the first time had I not gone on Nefarious. You know who Nefarious is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Global Frequency. Because holy crap, I would have killed my campaign had I not made necessary changes to it. I'm not good at budgeting and pricing things. I need assistance with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way too. Yeah, I'm a bit like when Chevy Chase played Gerald Ford on SNL. I was told there would be no math.
We forgot a very important formality, which is a legal requirement for all crowdfunding comic book campaigns for some reason. Hail, Missrena.
Yes, hail, Missrena.
Hail.
I think that must have been started with War Campaign back in the day.
I think it was War Campaign, yeah, and then it just kind of everybody just picked it up from there.
Good thing we remembered. We almost cursed your campaign there. It's bad luck not to say the hail.
Yeah.
Hey, servant of God.
Hey, servant.
Hey, servant.
Long time no see.
So let me.
Okay. Thank you for confirming. I thought so.
Okay. Yeah. The EVS and yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and go through the trolley questions.
Yeah.
What's Aldia's favorite tea cafe drink? How long does she go to the
Thank you, Ninja Toe.
You're not gonna get an answer.
Also, are any characters in your book allowed to say gamer words?
I'm not answering your question.
Fair enough. I recall there was like some regular curse words, but
yeah, that's mostly Althea half the time because
yeah.
I should say that Althea is basically a mix of Ryoko Montoya from Kill la Kill meets Kaine from Nier. If you know those characters.
All right.
I definitely see the Ryoko. I'm not as familiar with Nier, but
look up a video of Kaine from Nier Replicant, and you will immediately get an impression of her character.
Okay. Then Changus redeems himself.
Changus actually had he actually had a serious question. What was the most stressful part of the campaign?
Second guessing everything, wondering if I will make my goal. Try to get everything in order. Try and get pages from Jan.
How is Jan doing? I recall that she had some health issues last year or something.
Oh, she has health issues, and a few months ago, she's still not feeling good, but she's trying to get things done. It's just that she has a day job, which kind of slows things down.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody watching, go buy, I don't know, 500 more copies a piece of the book so that Jan can can make this her full-time job.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Servant's got a question. We kind of covered that before you came in, but Critical Blast is going to be taking care of the fulfillment for Serena.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which,
Yes.
boy, it's so nice doing. It must be so nice doing this 2 years after everybody else in Comicsgate already had the problems and figured everything out.
Yes. Sometimes you need to trip up so that sometimes you need to walk before others can run.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's the old adage: learn from other people's mistakes. You'll never live long enough to make them all yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Yes. Yay, day jobs.
Boo. I mean, I guess the day job lets me afford character art and.
I wish I had a day job.
Well, I mean, that might leave you open to just making this your day job if you can keep this up.
I wish. I really wish.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
So let's hear. I forget. You got. I was actually kind of surprised you didn't fund the very first day. You were at like what 4,800 or something like that.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And whose stream were you on the first night?
Ben Croft.
That's right. Just watching the numbers tick up.
Yeah, I literally had before like pressing the launch button, I had like 709 signups.
That's incredible, by the way. Be able to get that many people sign up for your mailing list. It's obviously a lot of hard work on your part.
Yes.
I basically believed in you from very early on. The moment when I said, "Okay, this comic is going places," is when you would retweet my stuff on Twitter, and thank you for doing that. And
You're welcome.
and I would get the warning from Twitter: your account was just retweeted, or your thing was just retweeted by an account with a large number of subscribers. Do you want to mute notifications?
Hey, I have a big platform. I can afford to promote some other people aside from me.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing is, it was like you were doing that even when your platform was smaller. But then sometime last year, you hit some threshold. Twitter said, "Oh, she's big now." Another good waistcoats question.
Yeah.
Did you budget to pay yourself, or is that a no-go for campaigns?
Can you restructure that question a bit?
I guess it's did you pay yourself? Like, are you setting aside some of the money to pay yourself for your time?
No, I'm planning on paying Jan first the moment I get the money. Everything else goes to either the shipping and printing or my artists.
Yeah.
I get whatever is left over when everything is said and done.
Gotcha. So you didn't pre-budget yourself a certain amount of that this is for me type stuff.
Nope.
Yeah, that's how it goes. When you're the head of it, you get paid last.
Yep.
So see if we. Okay, still at.
Nope.
No new backers.
Yeah.
I suspect that a lot of people here were already awesome and picked up a comic. So.
Yeah. Although
this is kind of a victory lap here.
Yeah. Although as the campaign goes along, once you hit the mid part of it, it'll slow down. But then it'll probably pick up at the end.
Yeah, I just need to figure out if I had to choose a show to do an end part, a closeout one.
Right.
Yep. I mean, of course, you're welcome back here, though. There are ones with a bigger platform, but if you don't have a better option. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about this
Oh, yeah.
picture.
Yes, this picture was done by Alan Alonso of the Howl Comics. This was during the stream I did with him and his crew for my fan art contest. He won the fan art because look at how cool this
Yeah.
piece is.
I mean, the tentacle bleeding out the double clef here. That's
Yeah. Yeah, because I had to bend the rules a bit to get this to win since it's not part of the character's genre. But heck, this is cool, and I would definitely back if I were you.
Yeah.
yeah. So I forget. Is this going to be a print or is this just cool art?
This is going to be a print along with a trading card.
Cool. Very nice.
So if you back the campaign and receive an email containing the secret perk link, you get access to this.
Awesome.
Yes. Which just goes to tell you everybody, sign up for the mailing list.
Speaking
well, the mailing list is over, so.
Oh well, but yeah, before the campaign starts,
he's subtly hinting.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Sorry.
that if you happen to,
or it's Guardian Angel.
Guardian Angel, that's right. Right, the angel's awake now. It's Indiegogo. Come on,
Indiegogo. Here, let me.
Yeah, give me the link. I'll just.
I'll give you the link here.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah. All right.
I'll go ahead and put the link for this in the chat because hey, you're going to want to get in on Guardian Angel issue 2 of Daniel's story. He's done the groundwork now. That's time for the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's when it launches.
It'll probably be in a couple of months, so sometime in July. I wasn't planning on making this announcement now, but I guess I might as well. I'm gonna do I will be doing a second campaign for Angels Awakening.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty soon. Mainly, so a couple of reasons. One, so people can get a copy of that before they can get Guardian Angel. The other reason too is because I need to clear out some inventory.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do why don't you have like a second copy of Angels Awakening for your second campaign, part 2? Like have it be like, a package deal together.
I'm going to. It'll just be like the main cover.
Right. You got some extra copies with like the Italian mommy poster or cover and everything.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find them here. Let's see. So it's mainly, so it's these two covers here. So this is the manga variant cover done by Carlo Tornaglia, and then the Virgin cover. I've got extras of these, and I need to offload them. And once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to do any more reprinting of them. And I'm probably not going to do any more reprinting of the poster for that campaign too, the Jessica Piccini. So, but yeah, with Guardian Angel, if you're on the mailing list, you'll get you'll have access to a, like with Serena's campaign where she had a hidden tier. I'm going to do the same thing, and you'll be able to buy a virgin cover, alternate virgin cover of Guardian Angel, and you also get a free art print if you back a physical tier. So.
Yep. So no reason not to sign up.
Yes. And and one other thing with Angels Awakening, Bogdan's doing a poster, a different poster for that campaign, the second campaign. So and it's only going to be for that one. It'll only be for the second campaign. So if you want that poster, here, let me. He's still working on it, but I guess I can show you the work in progress on it. Let's see.
Yep. I mean, I'd sign up on camera if I hadn't already signed up months ago.
Yeah. But let's see. Let me. I'll put it in the Discord here, and then you can show it.
Say, Rena, I forget, how many Twitter followers do you have these days?
Around 2,574.
Okay, so yeah, I think you've got so far what you'd kind of expect for signups versus people. It's like if you can convert 5% of your following to actually buy something, you're in good shape. I remember Patton Oswalt came out with some sort of comic book, and he has how many millions of Twitter followers, but I think he had to pay himself to get his Indiegogo campaign past his Kickstarter campaign past the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was years ago.
I had to send 3 rounds of emails so I can make sure everyone got the secret perk link, because holy crap, I hate MailChimp.
Yeah,
but
there's a reason I don't bother with it.
Yeah, MailChimp's MailChimp's a pain, but
I've been using Substack for those purposes. It is, but it's a quick way. It's more of a newsletter setup than a email thing, but there's ways to work around it.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is work in progress. It's still work in progress, but that's the poster that's going to be with the second Angels Awakening campaign, and I'll have 2 different tiers for it. I'll have one where you can get the poster and the book, and just get the poster.
Makes sense. People might already feel like they have enough copies of the book, but think the poster's neat.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Trying to think. So does anyone else have any more questions for Serena?
Guess not.
Nope. I mean, that's the nice thing about this. And there are some of these I've seen people do before where we could still be trying to explain it. It's like, no, this one is this plus the T-shirt, but this one is this one of the T-shirt and the standee, but this one is just the comic and the standee.
Yeah, I am not doing all that. That's just way too complex.
Yeah.
Nope, you kept it simple.
Yep.
Okay, so
how long till next book from Servant?
Well, the script for the next book is already done, and the editing is already done. So,
yep, I remember
hopefully,
I helped proof that.
Yes, thank you for that. Probably near the end of the year, because I want to wait and see how well this does for it. Because once everything's fulfilled or it's close to fulfilled, I'll release the mailing list for part 2.
Okay.
Yep, that makes sense because the nice thing about having done a successful campaign is that it gives you a lot more credibility when you come around the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, as I recall, this comic is actually already pretty diverse, right?
Yep, all the girls are based off of different goddesses from different cultures.
Yep. So the only thing you could possibly do is I don't know. Yeah, actually, you might need some men in there just to.
I mean, there are male characters, just not that much.
Right. I mean, they are idols. It's like, if you're in the mood for an idol story, even if they're like dark idols, like you don't want stinky men around. It's like,
Yes.
let's hear. Have you set up a business account for taxes? I've heard about taxes on projects.
No, unfortunately, I have to pay for an LLC. And I'm not in the position to get one just yet.
How much would that cost? Out of curiosity, I've occasionally considered it for my
In
writing.
New York City, it's $200.
Okay.
Wow, you only played. It's 200 in New York. Wow.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be worse, actually.
Well, I paid a lot more.
That's if you get these other services that might make it easier for you. Because if I were to get the other services on top of that, it'll be like 800, like close to freaking 1,000.
Yeah.
And I'm not knowledgeable about the legal system to want to, just get the 200 for the LLC. So I want the other stuff personally.
So you don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's just say it's going to be a while before I get an LLC.
Well, I mean, unless everybody here goes and buys more copies of the book. Come on.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for, cowards?
Yeah, come on. Come on. My bad, Eric. Sorry, I did a very bad Eric Cartman impression.
You know what? I just might have another bro who could use a copy.
Ooh,
Well, I guess what...
hey, Budlord.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she's been a live stream machine.
Yes.
I got 3 more this week, 2 tomorrow and 1 on Saturday.
Wow.
See, that's the other reason I always believed that you would pull this off, is just because you have a self-promotion game that I could not possibly keep up with.
Yeah.
It helps when you don't have a job and a lot of time on your hands.
That is true.
And
but still,
and you are and you are a bit younger than us too, so it's being young helps.
Don't sell you guys so short. You're not boomers yet.
Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I remember back the first episode where I appeared on camera, and you specifically said Darth Boomer Cat.
You still remember that? Someone just got the book.
Yep, that was me. I figured a 4th bro needed it.
Oh, thank you. You're sweet.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And you'll have more of your people who got the email trickling in as you start posting stuff about it. You'll have people go, "Oh yeah, I did see that in my Gmail or Outlook or whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
holding in jot on my paycheck. Your paycheck is now my paycheck.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you're less than a week in and you're over the finish line. Like, do you know how many crowdfunders like try to, or you're in a very enviable position.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
From here on out, it's all gravy.
Yes. And of course, I'm going to have to pull out a little old video clip here. What we and Serena are saying, or Serena specifically is saying,
buy my book! Buy my book! Buy my book!
Yep.
Your history's greatest monster. Anyway. Well, thanks for joining us, Rena.
Yes, thank you, Serena.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being our first guest.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Yay.
Congratulations on a campaign well started.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, and best of luck to you going forward. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Anytime you want on to shill something or just to hang out, let us know.
Yes.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you again. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I guess that's all we have time for today. thank you everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate it. As always, we'll be back next week. Same time, same channel, all that good stuff. So
maybe even same bat time, because we're going to go record ourselves a review of a certain sparkly vampire movie minus the sparkles.
Yes. All right. Later, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Hail.